O'Neill, and here's our latest weather forecast from the KMET Weather Center. For the Beaumont and the Banning area, daytime hours expect mostly sunny skies, highs upper 50s. The afternoon hour in the IE area will give us sunshine, highs lower 60s. Afternoon hours in the Coachella Valley, sunshine dominates, highs upper 60s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KBT.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. We got Jess over there. It was a night of fun in the beautiful LA area. Of course, the Golden Globes, everyone's talking about it. Everybody's going, wait, what? I'm not going to lie. I did not see a thing, but everybody's watching the clips. There are some movies that I've seen, some movies I have not, some interesting winners. I know around the corner, we've got the SAG Awards. That's coming up. We also have, of course, the Oscars. Everyone's going to talk about that for the next, few weeks. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting. I saw some things there that I was like, okay, I think, but I know, Jess, you saw some stuff on online, right? What's going on?
Oh yeah, for the Golden Globe.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I was so excited. For two things. One, Angela Bassett winning for her role in Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, and for that being the first Marvel movie to get a Golden Globe. So that was actually quite surprising. I mean, you've seen the movie. Like, her performance in that was just like, whoa, it shook me to the core. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw it, and I was like, yeah. I didn't know that was the first one for... I know for the Oscars, Wakanda, the first one was nominated.
It had nominations, but no one ever won.
Oh, interesting.
So this would be like the first Golden Globe that someone who won for a Marvel film, I believe.
Got it. Yeah. I saw a couple other things. I know Michelle Yeoh, she was there in attendance. She had won an award. Eddie Murphy had won an award. That was kind of cool. And then some other things. So you'll probably see a lot of clips on that. Of course, the everyone's, how do I put it? Like, when you're there, and it's both fun and kind of like you got to get off. What people don't understand is they don't want to go 4, 5, 6 hours talking. So I know there was a situation, and again, I'm glad she was able to speak, but I guess Michelle kind of said something to the people off stage that were trying to play like the music. What happened there, Jess?
Yeah, so in the middle of her, well, not even the middle of her speech, it was almost like the beginning, but she's going through her speech and they start to play the music. And she turns her head, she looks, she's like, shut up. It's like, I can beat you up.
Yeah.
And then she continues on with her speech, but you can still hear the music in the background. But it was hilarious. I loved her speech, the fact that she was able to get up there, say what she wanted, and do her thing.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen that movie yet, Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's a crazy film.
It is. It's not for the average person. I went to go see it, to be honest, and I saw a trailer and I said, okay. And then when I saw it, this is not what I signed up for, like, at all. It got weird. It got like, there were just things like, no. It got weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's not your typical film. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's not one I recommend for some people, but if you're the kind of person that's all right with just anything being thrown at you, then it's the film for you, if that makes any sense.
I would say that it's a film that makes you think. You actually have to think about what's going on and stuff like that. Nothing's kind of handed to you. But
I think it's considered like dark, fun /
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
It's such a mind blown film. Like I did not know what I was going through, and then the whole bagel thing. I won't get to that, but it was an unusual film. I enjoyed it though.
Like, I wouldn't want to sit there with like my grandma or my, you know what I mean? Unless she has that type of humor already. I think your mom would appreciate it, if that makes sense. Like, you would probably show it to your mom, but like your great grandma, I don't know that you would. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. The only one I actually recommended this to was my younger brother. He loves films like these,
Okay.
and it just make you sit and think. So he saw the trailer and he actually enjoyed it. So
What part of it made you think, out of curiosity? Because those that have seen it know what I'm talking about. There was the ending where I'm like, They ran and then they sat on the thing and then it was like, you know what I mean? And then like, and they had it like, I didn't understand that. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, should I walk out? I don't get this. You know what I mean?
It's probably a film that you could watch a few times because you probably wouldn't understand a lot of it. But the whole bagel story was the whole concept of the bagel was pretty interesting. I don't know about you.
I
The
don't remember the
everything.
big. I'm not gonna lie. I just remember them running and then getting something in their butt, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, and then they're running with it. I'm like, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand why they're doing that. I think that would hurt. I don't understand that. If that makes you want to see it, then that's the type of film it is. But I'm just saying, that's why I wouldn't want to watch it with my mom. I wouldn't watch it with my grandma, and I wouldn't watch it with anyone. You get it?
I I I I can memorize. I know what scene you're talking about too. The whole jumping. Yeah. So I don't want to spoil it. So
That's not
there's a
spoiling, man. It was horrible. I wish they had
there's
edited
a,
that out. I was like, I don't want to see this.
there's a scene will make you drop your jaw. Like, wait, what's he trying to do? No. It's yeah, like I said, it's a crazy movie. It makes you
Well, Jamie
I
Lee
don't
Curtis, I'm not gonna lie, she was there at the Golden Globes as well, right? And in the movie, she's in the movie. I didn't recognize her. I did not recognize her. She's very like how do I say?
frumpy.
That's a good way to say it. But I'll say like Jamie, you take her as a serious actress, right? Or actor. But at the end of the day, you're like, okay, if she's in it, it's got to be. But then she goes all weird, and I don't think people understand like what's the reality. Okay, when you say makes you think, let's take that. Is that like did she lose it? Did she enter an alternate reality? Is her mind in a different reality? What's at the end of the day? What is it like that makes sense about the whole thing?
It's the whole concept of different timelines all running at the same time. You know, kind of like the Marvel multiverse kind of thing. You know, and all these things are happening at the same time, but she ends up interacting with different variants of herself.
Yeah,
Where maybe sometime in the past she made a different decision and that branched off and made a completely different version of her. So she ends up meeting variants of herself. And one she might be a soldier, one she might be a ballerina, or a who knows.
yeah, and that's a thing as of late in the past like year or so that I've been seeing. There's that other show which kind of, but they don't, which is oh god, what's it called with the dream guy on Netflix? You saw it, you recommended it, and I saw it. I loved it. It's a little dark again. I want to show it to my mom, but what's that movie with? This is a series. What's it called?
The Sandman.
There you go, Sandman. And it kind of deals with that a little. But I have a theory, and I don't think people are ready for it. I think, if anything, this is what happens when, like, okay, there are certain things that happen on this earth, right? What happens when you die? People don't talk about what happens on the other side all the time, right? So what if when you die you think it's real, but it's not real? It's kind of like a holding thing, right? So you're in this like verse, and then someone tries to wake you up. I feel that's the guy that kind of like is like, oh, go in the closet. And then he's like in and out, in and out, in and out, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? And then all of a sudden he's like, okay, this is what we do. And then he like, does some martial, like, it's all over the place. But I think like if I were like unalive and that were a thing, I think in a way that would be what I wouldn't want, because there were so many. That's where I get kind of weird. I'm going to throw this out there, okay? Again, there's some people that can see it. There's some people that just get weirded out by it, and there's some people that are going to have bad dreams. Okay, I think some dreams are like this. I think if you ask people, if you ever have a dream where you have fingers that are like sausages or wieners or cheese gooey things, and they become like that, and they're like that. I think that's a weird verse, but that's kind of like a verse where we meet in another, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it, but I have a theory about like did you ever watch Fringe? I'm back on Fringe. Have you ever seen Fringe? I got HBO Max, by the way, and now I'm watching Fringe again, season 1. But Fringe kind of deals with not just like reality, but multiple reality and multiple universes, where you would have like a version of you from another verse, and that one would be able to kind of be, but they'd have to go through like a way to get here to there to here to there. But I would say, people that kind of like, as they say, leave the body, the we're all energy beings, right? Or some call it, other things. But as an energy being, how do you leave the body? Back to like things that you could do with your mind, or you could tap into, or you could kind of like, close your eyes and kind of like see things. When your eyes are closed, what do you see? Do you see them visible? Do you see them clear? What is that? How do people get the imagination? What are the pictures that you see? Some people see pictures. I've asked them, and others don't. And then others just go, and then they see what you're seeing. I've had that happen once or twice. And I'm like, that's weird. How do you share an experience like that? So there's a lot of things that I think, like when you think like, the eternal, or, why we're here, there are things that sometimes people share and they don't even understand how they share, and they try to make sense of it. But I think in a way, like that movie, at least at the very beginning to maybe the before Jamie Lee Curtis part, it made sense to me. And I said, okay, that makes sense. And then it went a whole direction, kind of like okay, people don't believe in always hell, right? But they believe in heaven, right? So what if, like, in a way, she had parts of her that were stuck in, like, a place where she didn't know she was alive, but at the same time, she was kind of more dead than not. And in those places, it was more like hell-ish, meaning they like to torment you with certain things, like the fingers as, like wobbly, what do you call them, cheese snacks. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. But you wouldn't know it because you're kind of conscious but not conscious. Does that make sense?
No, I understand what you mean. Like, yeah, that movie goes completely like, okay, going from a simple plot, and then once the whole time thing goes in there, it goes in every other direction.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. If it were on TV, I probably would have turned it off. But because I went to the theater, I was like, it's a lot. I'm just like, it was a little gross sometimes, and I was like, no. And then that part with the butt, it lost me. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, okay, if she makes another one, I don't know if I'm gonna see it. I'm not gonna lie. But I get the part where it's like I say, it makes you think. It goes, okay, would I want to die? And if I did die, where would I go next? Right? So I think it's a question people need to ask anyway. So there you go. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. All right. We got Maria Rubio coming up around the corner. Super excited about that. We're going to talk about entertainment and so much more, especially international seas. A lot of things with the, we'll talk about that in a while. And we got Bill Norby, and there's a special. He's talking about it. Shrimp, by the way, Jess. Are you going to participate?
Not on the shrimp, but if you do the what was it, the unlimited chicken wings or boneless buffalo wings or something like that, I'll get down on that.
No, you got it almost. It's the amazing all you can eat $14.99. It's $14.99. That's the special. They got some drinks, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to bring it up with Bill. But yeah, the riblets. The one in the middle is actually the fried shrimp. Unlimited, and then they've got, of course, the wings. I would do all wings. That would be me, and then I have a side of something other than fry. So there you go. All right, we're gonna talk to Bill coming up around the corner right after this. Stay tuned.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
After the game, after school, after work, Applebee's is where you want to be to enjoy their bold, savory grilled steaks, salmon, or chicken. Applebee's is located where Beaumont meets Banning, just off 6th Street near Highland Springs Avenue. Applebee's started with the same philosophy they follow today. Focus on serving good food to good people in a neighborhood-style setting. Applebee's also offers Carside to Go when you order online. Applebee's in Beaumont, serving the Pass area. So fresh, so fast, make it Applebee's tonight.
The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. Off the road, you'll find a courteous, welcoming staff in spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen HD TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and fitness center and pool. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning, conveniently located off the I-10 near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500. That's 951 572-5500 or go online at hiebanning.com.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlensons.com.
Don't let insurance companies make decisions for you. Go to Pass Auto Center in Banning, your one-stop repair facility with full collision repair, auto maintenance, service, and an authorized smog center. You'll also find a full-service used car lot to fit every budget with the right vehicle for you. Trade-ins are accepted and they pay cash for your car. Pass Auto Center at 2609 West Ramsey in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway between Sunset and 22nd. Call 951-849-7878.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm not going to lie. It's something that you're going to want to go see over at Applebee's. They got the all-you-can-eat $14.99 special. You're going to want to order. And then they have something else that I'm going to say right now. You're going to want to have at least a drink of this. I'm pretty sure they make, I don't know, is Bill on the line, Jess? All right.
Good morning. Yes. Good morning, KMT listeners. How is everybody today?
We're good, Bill. I know you're probably getting some receipts taken care of and some tips getting served out to the waiters. But look, you got something here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for those of you tuning in on the radio. It's you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, also LinkedIn. We're gonna show you something. It's called it's ahead of time for like the love of Feb. You got it now, including, it says here, Date Night Bacardi, Tipsy Cupid, Smoocho Mucho. What is that, Bill?
Yeah, so we got our two Mucho drinks in anticipation of Valentine's Day. The Tipsy Cupid, it's made with Tito's handmade vodka, as well as we've got strawberry premium lemon sour and lemonade. That's on the rocks. Comes with a red gummy lips as a garnish, and then the frozen drink, we've got the Date Night Daiquiri. That's Bacardi and strawberry mango daiquiri, and so that's both very delicious and both $6. Each one $6.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looks amazing. I'm ready to go. Jess, let's go, man. It looks amazing. Have you seen it, Jess? It looks amazing.
I have not seen it, but I'm always excited to go to Applebee's, so I'm always down.
Yeah, all right. So, Bill, I know you got a lot of things going on. What's going on in the world of you and Applebee's and sports and all that?
Well, I wish I had some better news for the Rams fans. And, of course, during the Rams season, we were doubling up the discount. KMET listeners always get 10% off every day off regularly priced items. And when the Rams won, which wasn't very often this year, we doubled it up to 20. But they are still the defending Super Bowl champions. They had a great year yet last year, not so great this year. They ended overtime loss to the Seattle Seahawks. But you still can come on down all year long and get your 10%. And then, of course, when the Rams start up again, I'm sure we'll have a much better season next year.
Yeah, of course. I always say for corporate and for the people that pay into it, I go, technically you won because, you got the promo thing, but, you'd have to give out a lot of money. But I say this, it's already affordable anyway. It's one of the restaurants where you go, hey, you know what do you want? Oh, I feel like that. But I want fun. That's Applebee's, you know what I mean? And so I'm thinking of a couple people I need to invite, including my mom. Like, she needs to get out. I want her to get some buffalo wings and something else. But, I will say this. We love what you guys do there, especially your particular one. It's not all centers. Again, if you go to like another one, I had people like in Victorville say, "Oh yeah, I heard the show," and I said, "Yeah, sorry, it's not in that area, but it's only at the participating one, which happens to be Beaumont Banning." Can you tell people how to get there?
Sure, we're at the 10 freeway, the Highland Springs exit of the 10 freeway, where Beaumont and Banning come together. 6th Street in Banning is Ramsey in, I'm sorry, 6th Street is in Beaumont, which is the same street, Ramsey in Banning.
There you go. All right. So we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting KMET. And I know we got a lot more going on. And I'm just going to say, before we let you go again, Jess, you got to try this. It's a $6 Smoocho Mucho Sip. And you can order it virgin. I know that. We've talked about that before. But you have that along with the order of like food. I think everybody's going to be happy. I think even if like you want to go with a friend, I think it's a good friend thing. It's good to talk biz. It's good to just go for fun. And then it's good to just get, the all you can eat and say, it's on me. You know what I mean? So Jess, do you want to treat me?
Sure, why not? New year, new Jesse, right?
Even better. Yay. All right. We're going to take a huge break. Bill, thank you for spending time with us here on The Morning Show.
Thank you. See you down at Applebee's.
All right. All you can eat. It's now $14.99. You can order any combination of any of them. If you like the ribs and you want to try them, you can have that. You can have the shrimp. It's fried. And then you can also have the wings. You can keep it coming again. I would order a side with this. I'm just not sure which side I would order. All right. We got Maria Rubia coming up next right here on The Morning Show. We'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned.
Your Pharmacy and Mobility Solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
KMET AM 1490 presents Cal State San Bernardino basketball. This Thursday night, January 12th at 7:30, the Coyotes meet Stanislaus State in a CCAA conference game, live from Warrior Arena in Turlock. I'm Mitch McClellan. Join me as the Coyotes meet the Warriors. Cal State San Bernardino basketball broadcasts are brought to you by Dignity Health, Hatfield Buick GMC, Raising Cane's, Penny Law, and the Hyatt Place Hotel, Ontario Mills. That's Cal State San Bernardino basketball action live from Turlock this Thursday night at 7:30 on your exclusive radio home for Coyote basketball, KMET AM 1490. Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit. Get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Join West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants each Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock p.m. Daryl focuses on successful businesses from California's southern border to Canada, including the great border states of Arizona and Nevada. Every week, Daryl provides in-depth discussions and interviews with prominent leaders and innovators that makes all of our lives better and more productive. West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants, Wednesdays at 4 o'clock p.m. right here on Smart Talk Radio.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. It's Maria. Yes, that's right. It's time for some news around the world, especially in the UK. There are things going on that I'm like, whoa. We talked about a little, not a lot. And I said at one point, or at some point, they're just not going to like the king. And I have a feeling it's pretty much here. What's going on over there, Maria?
Hi, how are you? Thank you again for having me on your show. Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, 2022 is gone. 2023 is here to stay. 2024, 2025, 2026. Before we go on to this, what do you think is going to happen in the future? I know everybody talks about the past, where we came from, but let's talk about what do you think like everything's going, because I know you're in the world of music, you're in the world of film, you're in the world of like even story. Some new information about that's coming out pretty soon. Some good news. But let's talk about where you think the industry is going in the future.
I think it's going in a very good, honest way. I think a lot of people are getting rid of fake everything, fake boobs, fake hair. And I think everybody is doing the honesty stick and they're waving that around and they all want to help each other, a lot of teamwork, a lot of networking again, and a real just honesty. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this week already, is that people want to help each other get back out there. I think we've been through a lot in COVID and there's no jealousies, no animosity. It's all you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours, which is absolutely fantastic.
I get that. It's like, let's go. And, we've kind of been, because 2020 and 2021 were kind of like everything was squelched. Everything was put on a back burner. Everything was like, okay, let's hold up. And then like premieres were not happening. Those that have happened are like very little. And then the creative like thing is kind of coming back. I feel that. I've had a couple conversations with a couple people. They said, yeah, I'm ready to do this and that. And I go, okay. But production companies kind of in a way, I know we have some news about that. We'll talk about that. But I think they're going in a way where it's like people are going to be a little upset because I think certain properties are going to be sold from under. Some are going to be basically like, I don't know what's going on at the industry level of production. I know creatives want to go next level, but I think they're going to be hampered by certain production companies. That's all I'm going to say about that. But let's go to the news that you have about the, it's a combination of things. We got Meghan, we got the Prince, we got the King, we got, family. What's going on there?
Okay, so yeah, there's been a massive bombshell about Prince Harry's memoir, and it's been written about King Charles, the coronation. He'll have no official role in the service he attends after he left Prince William burning with anger following release of this book. I mean, the world has gone a bit mad about it. I mean, all the press all over the world. There's lots of things that he said, that he lost his virginity behind a pub with an older woman. He said that Prince Charles is quite an angry guy, and so is his brother. And there's a lot of juice in there. So yeah, there's a lot of royalists that are absolutely foaming at the mouth, and then there's a lot of people who are really protecting Harry and defending him. And then they also obviously bring up Princess Diana, and they feel sorry for him. So I don't know, are you team Harry or are you team William? Because that's how it's going at the moment.
Is that how everything's going? Okay, here's what I say.
Yeah.
No one knows family better than the kid, okay?
Exactly.
And in a way, it's kind of like, how do I put it? Like, what did you think was going to happen? His mom should have never died. There's always a question about that. Who did it? I think they're going to revisit that, to be honest. I think there's a lot of, and then with the Queen dead, a lot of stuff's going to come out because she kind of squelched it. She's like, no, get along. But that's family dynamic. Every family, I trust the kid if he says the way it is, especially if he could prove it. And so far from what I've seen, no one said he's wrong. There's one thing of like, how dare you tell people that? That was supposed to be private between us. I get that. But you don't cut somebody out because of that. Now, if you get mad a little, that's different. But I think he's getting prodded by his father. And people may disagree with me, and I don't care. Because I think his father, in a way, is like, can you believe it? Because I think he's creating a divide, but he always wanted a divide. That's my theory. I'm going to stick to it.
I mean, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know that. But, I mean, to be honest, I don't know if you've seen the Netflix documentary with Harry and Meghan. They really seem in love. He seems really, really happy, which is the most important. And then on the flip side, you've got Kate and Wills, they seem really happy as well. So, but it would be nice for these two brothers to reunite. That's for sure. We would really like that because we don't, they haven't got their mum. They've only got each other, and King Charles is getting old. So it would be nice for them to get back as brothers again and love each other.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I understand Beckham and the fam are having fun. They're having, of course, like moments. I understand the Beckhams are very good friends with the other prince, right?
Yeah, with Kate and Wills, yeah, definitely. They're definitely team royals. That's what they're calling them, you see. They're even segregating Harry and Meghan and not calling them royalty anymore, which I think is really bad. Prince Harry is royalty. That's it.
Yeah, you can't change that really 100%. And back to Beckham, I know Beckham. He's been kind of always with the fam. He's celebrity, obviously. He's nice about it. I think did he ever get knighted?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. See, us here are kind of dumb about that. But back to Meghan. Now, Meghan, I think she said something interesting, and they're calling her defiant.
Yeah, well, that has been a word that has been thrown around quite a lot. I mean, that's a polite word that they've been using about Meghan. I just think it's because nothing phases her because obviously she's Hollywood. She's, Hollywood royalty over there. So, a royal family over here is no biggie because she's used to that celeb world. Obviously, meeting the Queen was unimaginable, but it didn't phase her that much. That's the vibe that we get again from this Netflix show that they have.
Yeah, well, she's not like, okay, how do I put this? It's like, okay, and they have it in every single film. They always go, oh, they're in it for the money. She's not in it for the money. You could tell. Because she's an actress, she is a actress. She's not like Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean? She's done obviously Suits and some other things, but she's not big, if that makes sense. But the marriage to the son, it wasn't about that. And I've always said that. It's not about that. If anything, it's about, look, he was in love. The Queen saw that. She appreciated that. But she's like, look, and I think in a way she saw what was coming eventually. But she's like, look, if you're going to be here, be here. But if you're going to be there, we can't do anything because now you're over there and you're not part of, here. And I think Meghan, in a way, was like, look, and I think when the baby came, right, that was like, you know what? I want to live over there. I want to live back in my hometown. So they're in the U.S. They're all around the world. But I think now it's safe to come out because everybody's like, okay, the Queen is dead. We don't want to talk bad about her. Did he say anything bad about the Queen?
Who?
The prince.
Prince Harry?
Yeah.
About the Queen?
Yeah.
No.
See?
No.
See, so
Never.
he's just talking about the fam that honestly, ever since Diana died, he's talking about that. Now, Prince Diana did talk about, in a way, the way it is in, like, how you have to be very, like, secure and they watch everything you do and all that. And she didn't like it. No, everyone knows she didn't like it, okay? She, in a way, fell into it, but she thought she was doing it for the right reason. Then, and I have a theory on this, people are going to say no, but I think, in a way, it's just like kings of old. Well, let me put it this way. Kings of old always were like with another woman on the side. I think Diana found out about that, and I think they wanted to squash it. I think it'll come out eventually. That's what history does. But I think in a way the kids kind of know, but they don't know all of it. And I think one day they'll find out, but in a way they're protected. But in a way people are going to say, oh, now that you're open about this, I think in the next few months a lot of information is going to come out. And I think, honestly, the other prince is going to say, I'm so sorry, brother. I should have been with you from the start. And he's going to say, yeah. And I think they're going to ban at some point. I hope. If they don't, then the king is in his head. And that's what fathers do. They want to get in the head of the kid and take them away from the ma. But, they're with a new woman. That's who he's with. But I just say I don't believe it's all... I'm just going to leave it there, okay? So people could say yes or no, but I say I think, in a way, people are not going to like the king. I said this before. Some people said, no, they're going to love the king. I go, no, they're not going to love the king. And they said, why? I said, there's something coming. There's always something coming. And in a way, I think this is the dynamic that everyone's wondering about. And I think, honestly, I'm glad Meghan is there to kind of say, hey, I'm on the out. I don't know any of this. I loved your mom from afar, but that's all I know. I just want our kid to be safe. That's it. And I think they went, in a way, all front with this. I know they got paid from Netflix. Of course they do, because filmmakers always get paid on the story and to get it done. But in a way, it's like, look, let's tell while we can, and let's get ahead of whatever's coming, because we got to be safe. Because sometimes monarchies kill off their own. People don't want to, say it. I'll say it because I don't care, because I'm not there. But my point is, will it happen? I don't know. I hope it doesn't, and I don't think it will now. But it could have. That what happened to Prince Di? I think that's still a question.
Yeah, so David Beckham has not had a knighthood. He's had other awards from the Queen, but he's basically been barred from joining the honours list due to an issue with HM Customs and Revenue, a tax issue.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, he's still France. He can still get. I don't know. I think the Queen knighted a lot of people.
I give you the juice. But going back to Harry and Meghan. Sorry, I've got my dad next to me, and he's just making these noises, and I'm like, Daddy, shush, Dad.
Does he like Beckham? God. Does he like Beckham? I'm pretty sure he does. Who doesn't?
Yeah, Daddy's cheeky. He's dancing to a Rod Stewart concert at the moment. So Harry and Meghan, their goal from day one was to get on the front foot and control the narrative instead of being manipulated and negatively affected by it. They're proud to have taken the bull by their horns. Those are their words. And yeah, I think, there's always two sides to every story, isn't there, Aaron?
Yeah, I think there is. And I think I'm looking forward to seeing the story about the mother. When that comes out, I think the brothers are going to band together as they always have when they were young. And then they're going to go, oh, okay. But the king always corners, usually the oldest against the youngest. Always. And that's why I say they need to band together as brother, because brother never do brother in. You know what I mean? You never do that. Yeah. And I know, I think they're ahead of that. I hope they are. But there's so many things happening, and there's properties going bye-bye. Oh, let's talk about that, by the way. I think you got a story. I have to say this. I just saw Bullet Train, which is on Netflix now. It was very quick to be on Netflix. I was like, wow. And then I was excited about it because I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see it because, I wasn't going to pay-per-view. But when it was on Netflix, I said, okay, let me check it out. Now, it was very different than what Brad Pitt has ever done. But Brad Pitt did something that I don't think he should have. What happened with Plan B?
Yeah, so he set up Plan B November 2001 with Jennifer Aniston. And then when they got, also with Brad Gray and Christine Hahn. I don't know if you've heard of them. And then when they got divorced, then Gray was CEO. So he wants to sell his Plan B, and he wants to sort of backtrack from the Hollywood lifestyle.
Yeah, I think he's gonna regret it, not gonna lie. I don't think he should have. I think a lot of people are selling their property. I saw a report something about 60%. It's way too much. Maybe 30%, but never give all of it if you have like a good majority of it. So I think he did a lot of good stuff under that. I'm not sure how many different properties he did under that. I don't think people understood. And sometimes people don't understand when it says executive produced by, they think it's just a name credit, but I didn't know he was part of the film company. And that's actually money in his pocket. So I will say he has a lot of money, if he sells it or if he did sell it, but I don't think he should have done that because Back to the Future, you kind of, it's a thing in the music world, and you know this. One who spoke out about it was, what's his name? Purple Rain, right? The artist formerly known as Prince, right? The other Prince, right? People were upset that he rebranded and renamed, but they didn't understand why. And he really was like, look, you don't understand. And this happens in the music industry all the time. You don't own your content. The music label does. They pay you, therefore they dictate what happens in the future. You have a little bit that comes to you, but sometimes that's why people go, well, you should have money. They go, no, I don't, because they, in a way, sold it over, so the licensing is technically, and that's where artists don't understand. Back to movie. Movie, in a way, when you're part of it, that's your pay, but then it's about, long term. You still get paid for every single time it's shown. That's a good thing about licensing. But here's where I think it kind of does, unless he starts another production company. But in a way, all the stuff are tied to the production company. And in a way, it's like, don't sell everything because now you have no decision making. You know what I mean? Whoever says, okay, I want to buy that, they have decision making. So now you can't walk away. I think there's something about him walking away and being happy about it.
Yes, because he said he just wants to live in peace. So maybe because he had a really tough divorce with Angelina Jolie. He's 59 years old. He just basically wants to step back a bit from all the Hollywood business ventures after selling the huge stake in Plan B. Yeah. So I mean, he is getting older. He's not in his 20s, and he's done loads and loads of movies. And he co-owns the Chateau Miraval wine estate with his ex Angelina Jolie as well, and he runs businesses out of the property. So it's not like he's going to be short of cash anytime soon.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, if you saw Bullet Train, okay, I'm glad he's teaming up with Sandra Bullock. People don't understand this about Sandra Bullock. I was talking to some people and I said, look, you don't understand how smart Sandra Bullock is. Sandra Bullock is not just an actress. She was smart because she did certain properties with other people, but she does it under a production company as well. And in a way, that's how she gets things made when the industry doesn't want to make them. That's where I say I think he's going to have a tough time because now he's going to be for hire actor rather than, hey, I want this made, I'm going to do this. Because sometimes people don't understand he knows the biz. He is more hands-off, but in a way he's hands-on when he has to make a decision like, do we make this, yes or no? Well, I got this money from this property. Let's put this into this film. I think it's going to go next level. They go, okay, that's where production companies really, and I get it, people are looking for money, and probably because of the divorce, it's like, shoot, I'm cash dry. I get that. But in a way, you want to weather it. It's like a house or a property, right? It's like real estate. You want to keep it because it does appreciate at some point. And at some point, they have a say rather than you. If you want to spin off of number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 of a property, you can't do it. I'll give you an example. I think Fast and Furious has been done way too long. But in a way, it did some things that I didn't see coming, which was like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson brought him to the fore. It brought in Jason Statham. And they, can technically do a spin-off with the other property, Expendables. That's what... Like, if you understand these properties, you understand that the actors figured out the biz enough to say, okay, we're going to band together and we're going to be a part of the decision-making process and then go next level. I'll give you an example. It's the biggest thing right now. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, if you haven't seen the movie Black Adam, we talk a lot about this. Jesse's tired of me saying this. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson brought in, at the end, Super. But now... the DC verse is getting rid of Henry Cavill as Super. So it's like, where's that going? And that's what I'm saying. They need to buy these properties out and say, look, we're going to take it next level because you guys are doing it in. I just found out somebody is really upset. Guardians of the Galaxy, I know 3 is coming, but now there's already talk that Dave Bautista, he said it's silly, but whatever. I think he's upset that they disbanded it because they could go another 8 seasons back to, movies that work. It can go next level, but they got to bring Gamora back, and then they got to bring, so it's just all over the place. I think, in a way, that's what are happening to properties, and certain properties are getting squelched by guys at CEO level that are no fun. They're big people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Brad Pitt sold 60% of his stakes to the company, French media conglomerate Media One. So, are they going to get involved? Have they got any savvy in the film industry? That's the problem, isn't it?
It is. I don't like it. Okay, let's go to something that no one thought was going to go long term. Sex in the City. Let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So I love Sex in the City. And, obviously there's the feud between Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker, and that's been going for years and years and years. Well, Kim Cattrall has got a lot of stuff lined up for 2023, including, my favorite, Emily in Paris, the huge blockbuster of Netflix. I binge watched all of the new episode 3, in 48 hours.
That makes sense.
And it's so good. Well, Darren Star is basically keen to get Kim Cattrall on Emily in Paris, which would totally work. She would gel so well with the actors and the vibe, her style, everything. So, yeah, we're all down for that.
Well, I heard there's they're trying to get a cameo of her in the series Back to Sex in the City. It's on HBO Max. It's now called And Just Like That, a new chapter of Sex in the City. We actually on the show had the creator of Sex in the City, the author, on the show in 2020. I was like, oh my God, I was like a deer in headlights. I was like, are you kidding me? I did a double take because I didn't plan for it enough. I should have done research, and I was like, who? And I was like, why does her name ring a bell? And I was like, what? Anyway, back to Kim. I think Kim needs to come back full circle. I think they need to get rid of the drama. I don't know what happened. I almost don't want to know. What happened, by the way?
Oh, they didn't really get on when they were filming. Let's put it politely. And then there was the stuff online, remember?
No.
And she was like, she blatantly, Sarah Jessica Parker was saying stuff online, trying to send her Kim the olive branch, and Kim was having none of it. And she put a stop to that. There is no way if hell freezes over that Kim is going to get back into that side of things. She is not going to get involved in just like that. It's not happening.
See, I think they need to let it go, man. At some point, I had a conversation with somebody, and she had, it was her family member who died, and she was kind of recounting about how, like, they left it off with another family member who was, like, a cousin, and, like, you know what? Sometimes you don't know how long you have, and I go, you know what? Before y'all die, because at the point that's happening, everybody's dying around here. I don't know about there, and I'm like, you know what? Before that happens, just do it all the way, because I'm pretty sure if you were to die, you know, people believe in heaven, people believe in the after. At some point you go, why were we making a big thing out of that when it was a guy in the middle? I guarantee there was a guy in the middle.
To be honest, some people clash. I mean, I've worked with so many girls. It's normally girls who they're just not getting on with the modeling field, with singing. There's so much competitive. It gets really bitchy. We just don't know what happened. But Kim, she turned down the offer to work on AGA LT franchise diplomatically, and she said it's not what's moving me right now, and definitely what's moving her is, you know, linked up with Darren, who's creator of the mega hit Netflix show Emily in Paris. She wants a piece of that.
That makes sense. Well, I know we're out of time. I want to say thank you. I know there's a lot of things going on. If you can, go check it out. It's available on Netflix. Some really good stuff. And again, thank you, Maria, for spending time with us. I know you got a lot of things going on. What's going on next for you?
We've got Fragma versus Body Bangers featuring Maria Rubio 2022 out now, and my new single Eye of the Storms you can download on Spotify, YouTube Music, all of those. You kindly play them on your show as well, Aaron, and we're so grateful for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're always happy, and we always make sure that and follow you on Instagram and TikTok, I believe, right? That's coming soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely on Maria Rubio official TikTok and also on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter, so yeah, thank you so much, and Happy New Year again, and big hugs to everybody over there, the team over there.
Awesome. All right, more after this. Stay tuned. We got more coming up next.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorolocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Hi everyone, this is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your #1 source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490 KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
We're in the
the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4-LAW. That's 1-800-616-4-LAW.
You're running out of letterhead. What do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards. Now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Printing can provide banners, signs, and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower invitations. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
That's right. It's morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. A big thank you to Maria, who's always on every other week. We love the information, especially about overseas. Always important, always good. Sometimes we kind of forget when we're kind of in our own area what's going on around the world. We got Jess over there. Jess, what's going on?
Yes, we have about 2 minutes before we have to go. But if I told you to look up in the sky tomorrow, would you?
Ooh, I know what you're talking about, and the answer is yes. I've never seen a different color comet. Jess, what's going on?
Yeah, I heard about that a few days ago. Yeah, apparently we'll be able to see a rare green comet that has not passed us for 50,000 years. I think this will be the first time that it will pass us, apparently.
50,000 years?
Yes, for apparently a recently discovered comet will soon make an appearance in the night sky for the first time in 50,000 years. And you should be able to see it with your naked eye or like a pair of binoculars or a decent telescope.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing I like. I always remember Halley's Comet, right? So I'm glad. I'm kind of like weird that they're saying this barely, right? So, but for 50,000 years, I think it's going to be interesting because people are looking up in the sky already. They're taking a lot of pictures, a lot of video. This is a little bit of what someone captured, evidently, and so some people are probably going to wonder. But 50,000 years, I remember Halley's Comet. It came by, I think, in the 80s. We talked about it in school. I don't know if they're talking about this in school, but it should definitely be something they cover, right?
Yeah, do you not remember, I think in 97 when Hale-Bopp passed and you could literally see it in the day with your naked eye?
No, I don't remember that. What's Hale-Bopp?
There was a comet back in 97 or 98 that you could see during the day and at night with your naked eye.
I remember some talk about it, but I don't really remember 100%. I remember when what? Like, where were you when the shuttle, I remember hearing it overhead, and I was in Arizona, Phoenix. Anyway, all right, we're going to see you later. We got much more coming up around the corner. Download the app. It's free, KMET, 1490 AM. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel. Bye-bye, everyone.